Welcome back everyone to the complete Pineleaf. I have arrived in Halak where I do see Gondorian soldiers, but this place is in ruins and I need to search the ruins for any survivors. So it looks like there are plenty of survivors here, so I don't know why the quest text says to find survivors. But maybe this woman will be able to speak with me.
Corsairs, strange armies, now darkened skies.
Few come willingly to Halak these days, traveler. The Haradrim seek to oust us from our homes, but they shall not succeed. Not while I or the rest of the folk that remain still draw breath. If you will help us, we will be honored to count a warden among our numbers. All right? So, what do you need me to do?
Corsairs, strange armies, now darkened skies.
You must forgive me, traveler, but I have much to do and little time in which to do it. Just today, we endured our fourth assault by the Haradrim in recent days, and were growing worse for the wear. Many of our supplies were scattered in the rubble of the attack, and the goods were stowed away on the boats must be recovered. There are others who yet remain, such as Irodon and Gorhir. They may require aid on their tasks as well. I do have one more thing to ask of you, but I can't delay my efforts any longer. When you have spoken with the others and gathered our supplies, I shall speak to you once more. All right. And then you speak to the others, gather sacks of rations, and unload boats. They were probably loaded in order to what? To leave, just in case they were forced to leave, and it looks like they are going to be leaving very, very reluctantly. Ah, sack of rations. There you go. So we have rations in a few places. And we'll have to see find these boats. Let's see how. There isn't a boat there. Well, at least not one that's reachable. Right, rations all over the place. Where are these? Oh, those must be the boats over there, right? Oh, hold on. There's a boat right here. I hope he doesn't worry about me taking supplies from the boat. Ah, and the other two are on the other side. Ah, I have found Gorhir.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
They've gone again, but I'm certain they shall return. The Haradrim have crossed the Anduin into our lands, but many more still await to cross the rushing waters. They've taken much from us, indeed, but we shall not be broken. It has been my charge to keep the fires lit and our stomachs full, but the Haradrim have made this task more difficult with each passing day. Alright. What does he need me to do then?
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
We've endured numerous assaults by the Haradrim by now. Many of our numbers were killed in their earliest attacks, and more still fled to Tumladen. But I shall not be moved. More, however, their archers are swift in their feet, and in the midst of the last assault, they stole many goods of great import to us, including some of our food stores. Our people are determined, but we can't maintain the defense if we are starved. I presume that's their plan. If you recover them from the archers, I shall be able to hold out for a few more weeks. Alright, fine. Recover stolen goods from Haradrim archers. I guess that means finding Haradrim archers first. Right? There we go. And of course, where are these archers going to be? I have no idea. And of course, I need to find Erodon also. Ah, here he is.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
If only there were more of us, I would take up arms against these vile men, but I fear that time is past. We now hold out as best as we can, but you might be able to stand against them. My folk and I have endured many assaults now, and I have done my best to learn of the ways of the Haradrim. With this knowledge, I hope to leave them crippled at the hands of an able warrior. I wonder, are you such a warrior? Right, what do you need me to do, I wonder?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Even after so many attacks, we still know little of the plans of the Haradrim aside from their slow advance across the Irui to the east. I have seen their captains, or however they are named amongst their people, bearing small missives during their assaults on Harlock. I do not know if these are letters they have seized from settlements that they have already raised, or their orders for some unseen master, but I wish to know, for the good of all of Lebanon and beyond. You look like a hell fighter, and can stand against the Haradrim. If you seek out their leaders near the banks of the Erui, you might be able to relieve them of these missives, and shed some light on their designs for Gondor. Alright, so retrieve some missives. And
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
after the Haradrim left Halak during one of their raids, I followed some of their forces, at quite a distance, mind you. I saw them encamped along the banks of the Arui, and a few among them had set to work on crafting a crude bridge rafts. The crossing of the Arui are wide indeed, but these men seem to be preparing the way for an invasion. If their forces could cross the entire southern span of the Arui, the people of Lebanon, Losanach, and even the White City would be indefensible. I ask that you burn these bridge rafts and slay the woodworkers who crafted them before they can be used to this vile end. Alright, so they're trying to make a bridge raft. Well then, we only hope that he has the same luck with that little plan as the King of the Persians had, right? There you go. Now, oh, oh boy, the last one was right next to her.
Corsairs, strange armies, now darken skies.
Irodan and Gorir are good men, but they're not warriors. I trust they were interested in your aid as well. As for me, I've seen the strangest of things in recent days, things that no mortal man could accomplish. Could it belie the true might of our foes? Oh, what have you seen? Ooh, rep! Allied to Pelargir. Alright. Yeah, I'm still getting Pelargir rep? Okay, I didn't realize I'd still be getting Pelargir rep.
Corsairs, strange armies, now darken skies.
Oh, of course, because you started out in Eastern Pelargir. Yes, I have something to ask you, Pineleaf. Few others have heard me on this matter, but you seem to be the kind to heed the tales of strangers. In my youth, I often traveled the lands of Lebanon and spent much of my time upon the banks of its rivers. I knew well of the legends of our people, and did all other children of Lebanon, but that was not the reason for my wanderings. My father had taken ill that summer, and the disease claimed him by spring. My mother went silent for a year's time, and all looked upon me as a child of madness and misfortune. My only respite was walking the banks of the 5 rivers, and so I went. De Arui was nearest to my home, and it, too, knew well the tragedy and death. It was there that King Eldakar slew the usurper long ago, but many others fell and bloodied its shadows before the battle came to an end. It is said that the last of the 5 sisters, the lone lady of the Urui, once looked upon the people in fondness, but the horrors that occurred in her waters had led her spirit herself away. It may seem different A different tale from my own, but I have not yet reached its ending. Alright, fine. Alright, so one of the five sisters. Okay, you say the last of the five sisters. Well, I've met Roaming Star, but in any case, you see, I sat near the falls of the crossing one day and was overcome by the sadness of my family's fate. As I dried my tears, I saw something that was not left my mind in all my years. I saw the image of a woman's face gazing upon me from behind the falls. I dashed into the water and called out, but as soon as I drew close to the falls, the face had gone. To this day I know the lone lady appeared before me, and ever since I had held close my beliefs in the sisters. The Haradrim do not respect the lands or the rivers as we do, and they do not know to fear the ire of the five sisters. Well, if they were with me at another river, they certainly would. The lone lady should not again suffer the blood of men in her waters, and I ask that you seek her out at the crossings as I once did. May she watch over Lebanon and keep us from the evils of war. All right, I will look for one of the sisters. Now, I suppose it's time to head out to the Haradrim camp. I think I found the raft builders. Well then, let's deal with their woodworkers, because they are certainly going to be the ones who are going to be stunning me. Alright, you've asked for it. Alright, let's deal with this. Hey, he didn't notice I burned his boat. Ha 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 ha. Well then. I don't like it when they stun me. Now I'm also supposed to be looking for archers. Well, that's a war master. What's this war master? Have anything useful on him? Ooh, retrieve missives from her. Oh! He's the one who has the missives? Alright. Then I guess I will have to go after him. Hello, do you have a missive for me? Note from Harad. Hey! They don't stun you! How about that? Right? I would have thought that the signatures would be the ones who would have the stuns, not the... Alright. I spoke a little bit too soon there, didn't I? What's in this missive? Servants of Sauron the Great, the hour has come for our greatest triumph. The city of stars has fallen, and our advance waits only on the darkness of dawn. Our force is vast and grows greater by the day. If ye seek the spoils of victory and favor the great eye, you will travel at once towards Gilead and rally with the Morgul host. The men of Gondor have lost all but their armor they bear, and so thin is worn that none may stand in our path of the host and live. Well, that's dire sounding. Now, I suppose I need to take care of a few more of these rafts, and once I do that, find the lone sister, Roaming Star's sister, I guess. Well, maybe she'll be happy to know that I've met Roaming Star and all will be nice and perfect. I guess we'll find out. But first, I need to finish up with these boats. Oh, I finally found one of their archers, so he's busy fighting the wildlife. Well, let's see. Can I finish this off without having the wildlife attack me? Alright, he goes away. Alright, that's good. Did I at least get some goods out of that? What do you mean I didn't get any goods out of that? Or am I going to have to loot the corpse? There you go. Yep, one of those quests. I found the crossing again, and it looks like a few more Haradrim guards have come to take the area. I presume they must have all hidden when the army came across. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Oh boy! Well, that wasn't nice. Hey, okay, every time I get my weapon back, they steal it again. That's the problem is when you're got 3 of them on you. Hey, let's do this 3 times. 3 times the unfun, that's what it is. Now, she said that she saw the figure near the waterfall. Well, that's a raise, not a... Alright, why is there a raise down in here? I don't know. Maybe we can find something out from... Oh my goodness gracious, this water is not in good shape. We may have trouble finding this sister here if we've got all these troubled waters here. Now, is she anywhere around here? No, not there. So let's check the crossing then. Well, looks like somebody here drowned. The Haradrim lies drowned near a pile of river stones as his brethren battle. Ooh, river stones? Well, that looks familiar. Oh, there she is. Hello there. The lone lady's face flushes with anger, and she does not respond to my words. You trespass as the others do. Be gone and sully my waters no longer. So she's raising trouble here. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Recover the armor of the Kinstrife. Yeah. Really? I'm expected to get 10 of these things. Wonderful. Perhaps this is why the Haradrim are looking for another way to cross the river. The ford is filled with all these bits of risen armor, and the Haradrim seem to be fighting them. So I'm going to take it that they aren't in league with each other or anything like that. Especially since I strongly doubt that the lone lady, even if she isn't in the rightest mind, I don't think that she's going to be siding with Mordor or anything like that. So the Haradrim could be scared to that. So they said, well, better to assault a walled city or to try to build these crazy rafts across the river or something like this than to try to fight these things. Looks like I cleared them out for now. I have returned and I have the missive for you.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
These are grim tidings, Pineleaf. The missive fills me with dread, and I ask that you take it away from me. Do with it what you will, but remove it from my sight. The lady must be told of this. I only hope she can send word to the steward in time. We can only hope. And what else we have here?
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
As much as I wish the Haradrim gone from our lands, I would gladly keep them from returning to the cruel masters of the East. You have done well to slow their advance even further, my friend. Let us hope that this delay leaves their plans undone. Yes, we do hope. This is what I recovered from the archers.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
I shall see that these goods are brought to the others at once. We shall hide them away in secret places the next time the Haradrim dare to attack Harlock, for they can't steal what they can't find. Yeah, I suppose there is that. She wasn't in a good mood, though she did send some armor pieces for you to fight.
What has become of our lords in the east, I wonder?
I'm sad to know that the lone lady has grown so cruel in her rage, but these armors are of great import to the history of our people. It is true that many of the usurper's followers were left to rot in the waters of the Erui alongside their master, but I never expected to see their armor pulled from the riverbed after so many centuries. I shall see that these are given to Lord Sirgun at Pelagor when the conflict has ended. As ruler of the home of the Ship Kings, he may decide their final place to rest. Alright? And finally,
Corsairs, strange armies, now darkened skies.
the lone lady has turned against us. All's lost, Pineleaf. She has always been the most distant of the sisters, even in our stories of old, yet she was never so twisted as you describe. What's happened to her after these long years? What can be done? Well, that's a good question. What can be done for the lone lady? We'll have to find that out in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.